that even though they were praying, it was a sin how little they prayed. You know, there is such a thing as the sin of prayerlessness. Andrew Murray has a great little book on by that title, The Sin of Prayerlessness. So sadly, many are committing the 60-second sin. And really, I hate to say it, but nowadays I see a lot of Christians that don't even pray before their meals. They were finding that Christians were averaging 60 seconds or a minute a day of prayer when they prayed, included their prayer before meals. But sadly, I see a lot of Christians now that don't even pray before their meals. So you wonder how much prayer they actually have each day. You know, prayer is not just something when we're in a emergency or dire straits or in big trouble. Prayer is to be a lifestyle, a daily encounter with God. Bible says, pray without ceasing. Men ought always to pray and not to faint. Pray in everything, give thanks. Pray without ceasing. Oh, it's so important. Somebody said this, I like this. If you're looking for room, if you're thinking of room for improvement, how about trying the prayer closet? If you're thinking of room for improvement, how about trying the prayer closet? Somebody else said, you know what the biggest room or how did that go? I think it was, you know what the biggest room in the world is? The prayer closet, because so much can happen there. It's so powerful. Oh, men ought always to pray and not to faint. So that's going to be the title of our series this week. We want to look at why should we pray, the importance of prayer, the necessity of prayer. We want to be encouraged to pray, not just talk about prayer, think about prayer, read about prayer, but actually to pray, to be motivated, to be encouraged. You know, in these times that we're in, these are some crazy times. We need to be people of prayer. So, you know, some people wonder, well, why pray? We're going to look at that. Why should we pray? Other people ask, you know, well, why should I pray? Well, we'll look at that. Some wonder, well, what is prayer exactly? We'll look at that. In fact, we'll start off looking at what is prayer. Some people might even have the question, why pray at all? Does it matter? Does it make any difference? Why pray at all? We'll look at that. And here's probably a better question. Why not pray? Why not pray? When God has given us a standing invitation to come boldly, confidently to the throne of grace, to obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. Why not pray? He says, call unto me, and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things that you know not. Oh, he says, come to him, call unto him, cry out to him, pray, seek my face, be still, know that I am God. Prayer is so needed in this day and hour. I think you could ask a group of Christians again, how many think we need to be praying in this day? How many think America needs prayer? Hands would go up all over. You could have 200 people and say, how many think America needs prayer? 200 hands go up. And you can say, okay, this evening we're going to have a prayer meeting, and you'd be doing well to get 10 or 20 of those 200 that just admitted America needs prayer. That's the rub there. That's the irony, the dilemma. You know, so many people agree on the need for prayer, the necessity of prayer, but when it comes right down to praying, do not pray. And we need to get beyond that. We need to be people of prayer. I love the quote by S.D. Gordon. He was a great author of prayer. No, excuse me, this was Samuel Chadwick. He said, listen to this closely. The one concern of the devil is to keep Christians from praying. He, the devil, fears nothing from prayerless studies, prayerless work, and prayerless religion. He laughs at our toil, the devil laughs at our toil, mocks at our wisdom, but trembles when we pray. Let me read that again. Samuel Chadwick, another of the great dead saints, great authors of prayer, prayer warriors, he said the one concern, not just the main concern even, he said the one concern of the devil is to keep Christians from praying. He, the devil, fears nothing from prayerless studies, prayerless work, and prayerless religion. He, the devil, laughs at our toil, mocks at our wisdom, but trembles when we pray. Think about it. Prayer is involved in almost everything we do. When you get saved, you pray. When you get delivered, you pray. When you get protected, you pray. When you get healed, you pray. When you need something, you pray. When you're looking for wisdom and understanding and knowledge, you pray. When you need direction, you pray. Prayer is really our breath. It's our lifestyle. So investing time in prayer is of the utmost importance. So let's start out by looking at what is prayer. What is prayer? Now, we may take that for granted. We probably assume everybody knows what prayer is. Well, what would you say? Somebody came up to you, brand new Christian, or somebody on the street and said, yeah, you're a Christian. Can you tell me what is prayer? What would you say? What would your answer be? What is prayer? Well, I'm going to propose that prayer is at least 4 things. We'll stop here and take this up tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in, subscribe, like the page on YouTube, subscribe to it, share it with your friends, and ask God to give you a greater hunger, a greater desire to pray. We need it. Our families need it. Our communities need it. Our nation needs it. Our world needs it. Let's be people of prayer. God bless you.